What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Don't Starve. As you can see, I've got pockets full of it's not pocket full of sunshine. I'm like, I got a pocket full of coral. It doesn't have the same, I don't know. I feel like there'd probably be some oceanographic firm after me if I made that song. You're like, whoa, you can't touch coral beds. You are disturbing a very, very vibrant and vital ecosystem, my friend. Please don't touch that. And I'm like, well, I touched it with a pickaxe like 35 times. I'm sorry, but the game makes me do these things. I gotta go build some gnarly structures, construct some civilization, add a little bit of pride to this map. Something I can show off, something I can be happy for. We actually don't have that many seashells. I'm beginning to wonder why there are no seashells anywhere. She might sell seashells down by the seashore, but if she's selling them, they aren't here. Which is a little concerning. Yeah, about that. I should probably dig some sand while I'm here, too. We're going to be sandbagging quite a bit once we get up and out of here. And I think I need the sand for the chimney anyways, I think, maybe. I'm not super sure on that one, but I'm going to gather some just in case. You never know. You never know. Yeah, this island's looking like a bust, too, as far as seashells are concerned. Oh, there's one. We found one! Gadzooks! I'll probably also take these limpets, because we're in the neighborhood. You might as well take all the profitable stuff you can. I get tired of eating seaweed day in and day out. We got chewed on by bees for a little while in the previous episode, which unfortunately has left us pockmarked and riddled with wounds. But that should be enough health to where we should be able to regenerate it pretty easily. I'm once again going to chop down the trees that provide us with coconuts because I'd like to create a vibrant field of palm trees on my new island. If it doesn't have the things that I want, I will force it to have the things that I want. I don't really care about those, so just grab a new stack of wood. That's fine. I think that's all that we had here. We could head westward, but I think that since our inventory's full, we should probably go back and resupply on our island. Get a little bit of health back. I'm going to drop off some of these goodies over there, and then we're going to go back out on expedition. There are lots of things to accomplish. We have roughly 30 days, 20 days before summer starts, and I'm not that worried about winter, actually. Now that I've experienced winter and I know how to get around it, it's not that bad. The summer is the next big obstacle that we need to learn how to survive, and so until we get that done, there will be no rest for the wicked. We will continue paddling on our way to our new island. Is this connected over here? Is this a completely different island? Hold on, I'm gathering seaweed too while we're out. Might as well. It's a useful component in just about everything. Seaweed is like the duct tape of Don't Starve Shipwrecked. Don't underestimate it. Don't starve, but also don't underestimate seaweed. You might need it someday. I think that right there is like a dogfish or something like that. You can catch them, I think, with a net. Not 100% sure on that one. I haven't found any actually really lucrative fishing holes just yet in this game. I survive almost entirely off of fishing in Reign of Giants. It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm trying to survive. So we got another little sandy spit of island over here. I do need more sticks, and I need lots and lots of seashells. So I will stop on by. Got a couple of trees over here that are looking at me a little bit violently. I think they gotta go. Don't hang furry nut near me like that, man. That's a challenge. You're calling me out. I'm coming straight for you. Coming straight at your jib. Because I don't like the cut of it. And so you're gonna get cut. Actually, not a lot of seashells around. We may have issues in that department. Our last game, we had way too many. I had like thousands of those stupid things laying around. It might also be because the tide hasn't started to go in and out yet. I've noticed that they seem to populate in locations where the tide is going in and out. And since we're not near the winter season yet, that might also be our next indicator as to why we're not getting our seashells. We're just getting like the pre-installed ones by the level generator or whatever. This is a lot of weird random blank space. Like one pig man on an island and that's it. Should he be out right now? Don't they turn into pig wolves or something like that? I think they do. They turn into some kind of horrid beast. I'm almost positive about that. Well, there goes my last axe, so unfortunate. Well, the tide's kind of coming in. Oh, we got a full moon again. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I'll use this to cook my dinner then. Yup, bottoms up, buttercut. Perfect. Get the limpet squared away. I'm actually kind of worried that this is going to put out my fire, so... Come on. Perfect. Because the banana's all nice and cooked up, too. And since we got a bunch of time on our hands, I'm actually not going to worry about staying near the campfire. I will allow my sanity to suffer while we wait. It is entirely possible that if I wait out this night, the tide may go back out. And when it goes back out, we might be able to get a smorgasbord of random seashells. Who made that word up? I can't help but feel like the guy that made that word was really trying to mess with people. He's like, I'm going to make up a word, but nobody's going to be able to spell it. And also nobody's going to be able to say it. It's going to be the best word ever. Oh. We are starting to get our first little gusties. Okay. It's okay. This is all inside the plan. I wasn't expecting by day 11 to have to deal with storms and things of that nature, but we'll get it settled. We got more than enough gold. We got more than enough stone. I'm going to go get my basic infrastructure all locked in after we get done here, but I wanted to validate whether or not seashells arrive when the tide goes out. That was the next mechanic that I really wanted to get a feel for so that I understand how it works. Come on, tide. I need this. Go out. We'll see if there's any along the periphery over here once we get done. I should also probably shovel some sand while I'm in the neighborhood. Please don't go out to... Oh, it's raining now. Okay. Well then. Back home we should probably go. I'm going to craft a hat for myself. Just to keep the rain off for a bit. Let's go back to our island. And once there, we should be able to move pretty quickly because the wind is with us. Which means that the waves should also be with us, I hope. We still didn't find any seashells. I need to pick up a lot of seashells. Like, I wouldn't be adverse to 20 or 30 seashells right about now because we're going to need some armored boats before we go further. I'll probably just build like a normal rowboat, though, before we go in on that so I can travel around a little bit more efficiently because our sail times are a little bit large right now. It's taking us a bit too much time. If you hit these waves in the direction that they're going and then you quickly shift direction, you can use it to actually move in the direction you want, even if it's the opposite direction of the wave. Well, maybe not the opposite. I don't know if you could do like a direct 180 turn to make it work, but you get what I mean. We're going to build ourselves a shelter over here real fast. I'm going to get a palm leaf going and a couple other, one of those palm leaf shelters going. A couple other little things done before we really dig in for winter. Alright, campfire. You are not going to be good enough, but the first thing we have to go in on 100% is going to be lightning rods. We've got a lightning rod right there. We're going to need some stone in order to get that finished off. Which actually I don't have that much of. Disappointing. The downside, like I said, to this location is going to be that, unfortunately, what does the chimney require? Limestone? That's all that it needs? Okay, good. We'll make the limestone now. There we go. Limestone's done. We'll make our chimney. So there it is. All good to go. I've got a hammer around here in one of my chests, but I don't need it right now. Let me eat some food to get the health all nice and evened out. And our next goal is going to be lightning rods. We are going to need several. And so I'll probably put one in that's very... Actually, let me get my hammer out. And now that we got the hammer, I'll break this down. Perfecto. That gave us a whole bunch more stone that I didn't have previously. The chimney's up and good to go. Survival-wise, we're going to need a palm leaf hut, which means ropes. Lots and lots of ropes. I think we need 2, in fact, to make this work the way that I want it to. I can't carry any more stuff right now, so we'll combine that stack. Let me get the bee stingers and every other little thing in here that I'm not currently using actively stowed away, so those aren't going to be used anytime soon. The shovel can wait for right now. Stones are done for a bit. Oh, maybe not. Stones are done for a bit. Coral's definitely done for a bit. We absolutely don't need that. We're already dried out, so that's nice. Survival-wise, the next thing that we're going to need is... Oh, we need 3 ropes for that. Okay, we're going to be going through... We're going to be going through grass supplies here, chieftains. A little bit of flint right there, too. I'm going to pick it up real fast. Perfect. We've got enough wood to where I think I should be able to build myself another ship that will be superior to the one that we already have. Where are my bamboozes at? Bamboozes, where you at? Oh, did I use them making my boat? I must have used them making my boat. Alright, where's my machete at? You gotta get back out here. Make things happen. Out here in the field, I chop for my meal. Got a little bit of food on this island, but nothing that I'm really enthused about. The bamboo's gonna be the most important. You're calling me a chump? That's not very kind. Why would you berate me like that? I've never bothered you, Birdie. I've never bothered you once in my entire life. And yet you're over here just instigating. Instigating, hating, and baiting. Acting like Satan. We should have enough bamboo on the island. It might be worth it to relocate some of the bamboo as well. Just little things that I'm thinking about here. Don't want to get too good, Charlotte, but, you know. Should work out, though. I'll probably bring some, yeah, I'll probably dig some up and bring it back with me, and then we'll refertilize it, and we'll grow a big bamboo field over here. Maybe put a lightning rod down in the middle of it. Sorry, did I not place that lightning rod? Oh, I didn't because it needed to go, like, right here. So that's going to be our first protective resource. I'll probably place a couple more of them before we go too much further into the game. But for right now, I'm really, really pleased with what we've accomplished. I feel like we're in a super solid spot. We need our lean-to next. And I always prefer that the lean-to be close enough to the fire where you can warm yourself and dry off simultaneously. And so if our lean-to is going to be back in and over here, what I would recommend if you were actually using this chimney object right here is I would actually really, really recommend building a mud house, a wob and dawdle, or a dob and waddle, or whatever the hell it's called. It's not difficult to do. You just take sticks, you stick them in the ground, and they stand up. They got to be sturdy. Bamboo would be great for it. And then you build walls out of mud around them. It'd take a long-ass time, but you could build a little mud daub house around this whole thing pretty easily. The roof would be a little bit sketchy, but you could make some... You could definitely make some arrangements with the roof and just use palm fronds or something like that for it. Oh, no. Hold on a second. I forgot that nighttime was here. There we go. All better. I'd also like to get a better rowboat up and going. I like the thatch. Oh, we can make a thatch sail? I never even realized that was an object you could make. Cloth sail would be something that I'd be a bit more enthused about. But since our supplies are a tiny bit low right now, might not be something that we can initially really put a lot of work into. Hammer that down. We've got really nothing else that needs to be put away right this second. Should take my hat off when it's not raining just so I'm not wasting the resource. We spent a lot of grass on it, so we could go in on farms right now. But that would keep us from making the better boat, and I think I'd rather have the better boat right now. I think it takes 3 planks. I'm completely sure about that. Oh, we need vines, too. Okay, I never realized vines were a component here. So now that we got that, make our rowboat. And sticking a sail on this thing would be absolutely fantastic. However, we may not have the time right now. As we go back out to sea, the next thing that we need to gather, we need to find seashells. So I'm going to head northwards. This would operate a lot better with a sail on it. But we don't have the materials right now, so we need bamboo. I'm trying to make a mental list, so just bear with me while I'm talking here. We need bamboo. We need a shit ton of seashells. We need to go back and harvest bees once we have a better strategy for it. And a log suit so that we can get a whole bunch of random bee-related materials. I might actually destroy the hives so that I can get the materials I need in order to make bee boxes. But in order to do that, I'm going to need to go and get web, so I might sideline that for a little while we work on other things. But the most important thing for right now is I'd like to have 3 ships ready to go 3 armored ships ready to go by the time that the summer gets here. Now, we've got plenty of time to work on it. We've got like 3 days, or we got 30 days or so before we're going to have to deal with that situation again. But I just want you to be aware and appraised of the plan that I'm currently getting ready to enact. I'm not seeing a lot of seashells over here. It's becoming worrying. I'm used to seeing a lot more seashells. There's one over there. What we may need to do is we may also need a sandbag, which is the other half of things that I hadn't really got into just yet. Sandbagging things would be a pain, and it would be a lot of materials that we would have to gather in order to get it done. However, it would leave our island really, really safe when the wintertime comes, so it's probably worth going after. We need bamboo, and we need vines, so I'm going to start working on that for a little bit. There's a couple little bamboozles that we can throw up in our backpack. Alright, there's another one. This island should have tons of bamboo. I remember it having straight ridiculous quantities. If I can get myself up to maybe 20, 25 bamboo, that'd be great as well. Because that'll give us, I think it takes 3 to make a cloth. Yeah, and so we're going to need a lot of cloth. We're going to need like a real volume of cloth. We've got plenty of wood with us that I can combine into a stack. They're actually all over the place. I'm going to need another machete in just a moment. My machete. It's machete. A new product by Splattercat. Splat Corp Survival Tools. I'm surprised she was able to make a flint machete, in all honesty. Like, chip forming rocks is actually really difficult to do. It's pretty easy to do with obsidian, actually, but certain materials... Doing it with flint. Flint's actually pretty hard because it's made of microcrystalline quartz, which is harder than steel. And so it'd be a pain in the ass to kind of get that formed up the way that you wanted. You have to chip at it. You have to chip away at it with other pieces of chert, I would think. Although, when it becomes flint, flint is metamorphosed chert, so it might actually be a little bit less hard. I'm not totally positive. I don't know. It's a lot more granular, that's for sure. Monkeys following us around, causing all kinds of problems. I could afford to pick another couple fights with them. My F key is not working right now. I keep pressing my F key to hit the monkeys, and it's not... Maybe it's because they're friendlies? There we go. And let them throw whatever they want to throw at me. I don't really mind that much. And I'll keep them up and off my loot, though. Up and off my loot, which is all that I really care for. Couple more of these little guys in here. Good. Fantastic. That puts us at... Basically what I want to do is, because our island is so isolated, anytime we have to go out to gather materials, it represents a huge risk to us. And it also represents time that I have to spend away from home, losing sanity, and just generally being out and about. And so what I prefer to do is harvest up every resource I can while I'm out here so that I can come back with big 40 stacks or 25 stacks or whatever, so that while we're in the neighborhood or when we're back at home, we don't have to come back out here. I do think that digging up some of these berry bushes might not be the worst idea either. We don't have a whole lot of, like... We don't have a whole lot of invested materials on our island, so I'm thinking bringing these back might be a really good idea. Yeah, let's do that too. How many of them are on this island? 4? That's actually pretty good. That's not bad. Because I think there's 3 or 4 on another island. If we could get a big crop of like 10, 15 berry bushes, that would feed us almost indefinitely. If we combine that over with using the crock pot, we'd be able to make jam or jelly or whatever with it. Preserves. I know you can make something there that's actually really good. It restores a bunch of health and a bunch of stomach, so... I said I was going to bring back bamboo plants with me, too. So let me do that as well. It may not all be defensible. Like, I'm going to have to put lightning rods all over the place. We have lots of gold, and we have access to even more gold, so it's not that big of a deal. But still... Took my bamboo plant, you little bastard. Took my bamboo plant. Don't really care about none of that. I'd like to have maybe... Well, we've got 7 bamboo plants. Maybe 10 to 15 of those will do. We'll put them out like little rice paddies, basically. We'll put them out there. Yeah, you grow, I think you grow bamboo the same way you grow taro or you grow any aquatic plant like rice. It should be okay. Lots of gold over here, so that's nice to know. I'm going to need tons of lightning rods to keep my island safe. So that'll be the next thing on the agenda. Now that I've got that all in, I need stone too. I need lots and lots of things actually. We're not in the best of conditions at the moment. Ow. Shit. Didn't realize we were doing spider fights right now. I think it's because spiders count as hostile mobs. Oh, shit balls. This'll be a fun evening. One down. No, it switched targets on me. I know a couple of these little guys don't have a whole lot of... Oop, spider gland. No, pick up the silk. Goddamn monkeys. I hate them so much. They're the worst. God, they suck. Alright, well, can't really help that right there. I need the silk really badly. Silk is something long-term that you need to stockpile, otherwise life is not going to be so easy. Put on my hat real fast. We got supplies here. We definitely got some... Oh shit, my health is bad. Alright, well, let's beef that up a little bit. My boat should be all the way back on the other side of the island. Some charcoal wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, fire restores her sanity if I remember correctly, so in general you want to set stuff on fire. Makes her pretty easy to run with, too. Makes her job a little bit easier. Get some ashes. Do I still have an axe? Okay, so we're going to chop a couple of these down for charcoal. We need 6 charcoal in order to get the crock pot up and running. Set a couple more trees on fire here. Perfect. And then we wait. I'll take the ashes just because, while they're not immediately useful, it'd be nice to have a little stockpile of them later. Make life easier. We already had our first storm, so I'm a tiny bit worried about getting struck by lightning. I'll probably dig some sand while I'm over here too. I feel really... I feel bad. It might be worth it to transplant some sticks, too. Just make that island everything we need it to be. Won't be good for the island's feelings. The island will probably be pretty upset with us. And be like, but I thought you liked me just the way I was. And I was like, well, I did until I realized how many ways you were lacking, and I got to know you for your flaws. And now, I kinda can't stand spending any more time around you. The island's like, we're still talking about islands right now, right? We're still talking about islands? This feels like it's something else. It very much feels like it's something else to me. I've got so many random tools on me that I just need to break real fast. I'll take a couple swipes at these vines over here and get them all mashed out. Perfect. Inventory space. Actually, I need more sticks, too. Damn. Why am I always out of everything? I am always out of everything. Alright, that'll do. Got these stockpiles going. I don't want to deal with any of this ish ever again once we get out of here. I think we're obviously going to have to. Just because there's no seashells. It's so weird how the maps generate so differently. Like, some maps generate with, like, stupid amounts of seashells, and other ones it's just like you gotta look under rocks and shit to go and find them, looking up in bushes and things. I will probably make my way back to our home island now, the one that we started on, not the one that we're terraforming and making into the island that we need it to be, the island that we deserve. Is that seriously just going to extend out that way? That's wild. I'm also going to grab the other little message in a bottle while we're over there. Because it's a message in a bottle. Gotta rub it the right way, honey. We might get a sand genie, too. How dope would that be? Because then we could hook up the sand genie to our sand, and it would allow us to cheat in our uses of sand. It would be the stuff. I had a game genie. I still have a game genie, actually. The original gold one. I remember buying it. It was one of those things where I had to decide when I was a kid. I saved my allowance for video games almost exclusively. And so I had to decide whether I wanted the Game Genie or whether I wanted a new game. And I decided to get the Game Genie because Nintendo had a lot of hard games that were like right on the edge of playable. And sometimes you just wanted to cheat to see what happened after you got past the point where you had never been before. Alright, Original Island, what you got for me? What you got for me? I know you aren't going to leave me high and dry, Original Island. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's going to make me very sad if you do. I will weep and cry and generally be uncomfortable to be around. There's some seashells. See, I knew we'd find some around here somewhere. I think it takes 10, though, for us to build one armored boat. So it might be a while. I'd also like to chop down a whole bunch of stone here while we're in the neighborhood, because we're lacking in flint and we're lacking in stone. And we've got construction projects that need to happen in the future. So we'll cobble out some of these right here. I get any flint. A little unfortunate, but we'll get some out of these guys over here, and then it'll be okay. Actually, we need just about everything that's over here. There's no, like, limited thing that we don't need right now, so this could actually turn out to be one of the best trips we've made in the entire history of this series. Normally, I, like, get one thing. I go out, and there's one thing that I want, and I go out and I get it. And then I get back to the island, and I'm like, oh, I need this other thing now. Oh, I need this other thing now. Oh, I need this other thing now. It's a never-ending cycle of me being stupid. Couple more grasses, couple more twigs, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna finish off harvesting this island off camera. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Don't Starve Shipwrecked. I look forward to seeing you all in the future, beautiful internet people. How you doing? I'll see you there.